What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks, and we back in the building. You feel me? It's True Talks, cause True Talks. All right, let's get straight right into it. So you already know, last night was Game 7, and it was a 3-0 Heat lead. The Celtics, as predicted, like I said, in that situation, I seen enough. I seen the demeanor. I seen the body language. I seen just the energy shift in terms of their grit when their backs are against the wall. I've seen it time and time again that the Celtics turn up when their backs are against the wall, especially Tatum. So you saw for 3 games, you saw the team completely move differently, and they won 3 straight. Obviously, in Game 6, they were up comfortably with like 3 minutes to go. They choked the lead away, and then Derek White saved them. They shouldn't even have been in that situation because if you close the game properly, like you were supposed to, the Heat would have been more demoralized than them feeling like they let the game away without boxing out. So now a confident Heat is coming into Game 7, which it shouldn't have been a confident Heat if you killed them on their home floor in comfortable fashion like you were supposed to. So that already changed the context of how Game 7 was going to look. But even then, I expected a dogfight. That whole blowout shit, I thought that beforehand. But as I was analyzing, I'm like, the way it ended and the way it was like a miracle happened for the Celtics, the Heat feel like they should have won that game. So they're going to be confident as hell coming into Game 7, which normally doesn't happen when someone is up 3-0 and lose 4 straight, especially as the weaker team. So when you saw that context change, I'm like, all right, it's going to be a dogfight, but I still expect the Celtics, because they're the better team, they found the blueprint, switch everything. The Heat don't have creators like that. It's just Butler and Caleb, and for the most part, you can't win off of that if Tatum is creating it the way he should be creating, and Jalen and everybody, right? It should be a comfortable win. And even if it's in the clutch, I would trust the team that has more of the, I guess, the switchability. 8 guys down the floor, 7 guys down the floor can shot create or create at some point. Like, I just expected even a blowout or a comfortable win from the Celtics, even though it would be a fight. You've seen that at the beginning, and we're going to talk about this, but the ankle injury for Tatum, the context, like for the last 3 games, ever since Brogdon was injured, Tatum took a role that he didn't really take on since last year, which was almost, I will say 70 to 80% of the plays, he's ball handling and creating in terms of going downhill, in terms of attacking, whether he finishes for himself, pulls up in the midi or shoots the 3, or he gets to the paint and then he gets the hockey assist or the straight assist. Everything was predicated off Jason Tatum's attack. And that's how they won the 3 straight games. That's why they were shooting so efficiently, because they had to help so much on reckless abandon of Tatum coming downhill and attacking the paint that other guys were just wide open off of that and the chain reaction, etc. But that context changed once Jason injured his ankle. Now the team has to play completely different, which they didn't game plan for. It threw them off guard. Now it's literally like the Celtics you knew is going to be a different Celtics, because Tatum can't do what he's been doing. And a lot of y'all don't see that. And I'm going to expose why is the reason the Celtics lost. I'm going to expose that. Let's go into the context. Before I even start that, my fault. Congratulations to the Heat. I don't want to take away from them. They put their heart on the line. They showed their grit, their grind, their mentality, the toughness. Caleb Martin snapping. Jimmy Butler, you already know. Eric Spoelstra, a coach mastermind. They are the epitome of underdogs, but we believe in ourselves, so anything is possible. They are the epitome of that. So I don't want to take away from any of that. I just want to let mans know the truth is the truth. The footage is the footage. The context changed with that ankle injury, and everything changed from there. So it wasn't the Heat versus the Celtics that we've been seeing. It was the Heat versus a Tatumless Celtics, and that's a different Celtics. Let's talk about it. Let's go into the context, because I give it that context. Let's go straight right into it, boy. Listen, it's very unfortunate it came down to this first play of the game, this whole Game 7. And I'll explain exactly why. Obviously, Jaylen Brown right here. If Jaylen Brown right here does his through the leg and kills off the step back and actually pulls it, shot creating, and doesn't hesitate, maybe Tatum never injures his ankle, but that's semantics. Plays happen. Obviously, a short roll, pump fake, rip through, and then right there, that's when Tatum injured his ankle, and that's when the game was literally done. And I'm explaining why, because Tatum literally creates everything for this team. As you can see right here, Tatum also made a mistake right here when he does his Euro, right here, right to left to right. If he goes off his right foot, one-legged, he will land on his right foot, but he puts his left foot back down, kind of like a travel, not really, but kind of is, for a 2-foot jump instead of a right foot Euro take. And then right there, that's a bone almost hitting the floor. That's a big, and that's a strong dominant leg ankle. See right there? If he went off the 1 foot, he would have just landed on the right foot, but he went off the left foot. He planted with 2 feet. He should have just went off the right foot, landed on the right foot, and just been a Euro wrong foot, floater type of thing. But he landed back on the left foot, placing it back. That's why sometimes bad feet work does hinder you. But you could see he's injured. That's a bad ankle injury. That's not like something light. And it's only the more he pushes it, the more he puts his weight on it, the more he jumps on it, it's just going to get worse as the game goes. It's not one of those minor ankle injuries, a tweak, where it could get better and just adrenaline will just help you get through it. But this one, it gets worse over time. The more he's actually hobbled. Look at him on that rebound. Like, he's actually hobbled. Throw it right to Jalen. I don't want it. Like, dog, I can't move. Jalen, instead of being aggressive, throws it right back to the man who injured himself. He has to attack now. And that's all these drives he's doing, affecting the ankle as time goes. This game literally came down to Jalen. Like, Jalen was supposed to go to work. Cooking season. Gabe, rebound. Look at his rebounds. Even he's barely jumping, throwing it right to Jalen every time right away when normally he'll be attacking right here. Turnover and then the offensive foul. Like, Jalen's right to left crossover. He has to work on that. You can't have no left hand that is cooking every time, yo. Look, you see Tatum is there. He's grimacing. He's like, God damn, he could barely move. This is where Jalen is supposed to establish himself. He's supposed to be living for this moment, waiting for this opportunity. I'm a 1A. I'm not just a 1B guy. I could go to work. You're supposed to be salivating at this moment. When Shaq will go down, Kobe will salivate. Take over. Put the team on my shoulder. What are you talking about? Right here. Mono. You got to go to work. Hey! Boom. And you can see he's cooking. Jalen, that's why they paid him. But, now it's an extension. Are they going to pay him? That's a different question. But you can see the ball, all these plays are just gravitating towards Jalen because Tatum can't even move. Like, on ball handling, the way they create, like, Tatum can't do nothing. It has to be Jalen. Rebound, D sound. It has to be Jalen. Tatum could barely move, and he's still trying. And 5-0.